The City of the Dead is a mod for Resident Evil 2 Remake that ramps up the difficulty by flooding the game with more enemies, relocating key items, and introducing late game monsters much earlier than usual, all of which will make you want to rage quit immediately. In the previous video, we made questionable decisions, but despite that, we managed to find the 3 medallions, unlock the secret passage to the parking garage, and somehow defeat William. I still can't believe we got it like that. In the parking garage, we found plenty of useful items that help us unlock new areas in the police station. After wrapping up our business in the garage, we headed back to the upper floor and into the safe room to prepare for the next round of nightmares. Our mission now is to reach the top of the clock tower where the final power panel should be, unless they moved it somewhere else. But for now, we hope that's not the case and start planning our next moves to get there without losing our limbs.
'Tis but a scratch.
To get access to the clock tower, we'll need the jack handle to lower the bookshelves. By then moving the bookshelves together, we create a path that opens a hallway on the 4th floor, leading directly to the clock tower. If the power panel lies inside the bell shaft like in the vanilla version of the game, we'll also need the large gear to ring the bell and to make the box fall. So armed with the bolt cutters and crank, we start our search for the jack handle and large gear, unlocking first the east office with the bolt cutters. In there we find absolutely nothing, so we exit the room and use the second fuse to restore access to the main hall. Okay. Somehow, in the short time we were gone, this whole place is gonna shiz. There are lickers and ivy zombies everywhere now, and the sooner we get out of the police station, the better. On the 2nd floor in the east wing, we use the crank to open the gate, giving us access to the storage room, where we hope to find the large gear. But it's obviously not there. So we turn around and head to the rooftop, where we climb down, fall down the ladder, and make our way to the water pump. Activating it redirects the water, allowing us to use the pump to extinguish the flames in the hallway where the helicopter crashed. Next to the pump, there's also a room with 2 zombies, whom we politely ask to leave us alone, while we search for the club key inside. But the key also has been placed elsewhere. With the fire gone, we can at least enter the hallway to get back to the main hall, but before that, we have to brace ourselves for our run-in with Mr. X and his twin.
Run, bitch! Run!
We barely managed to outmaneuver them and reach the main hall, but with all the monsters now roaming the station, it was only a matter of time before we would get cornered. Remembering that there's still one door left that we need to open with the bolt cutters. Yep, the one at the end of the hallway. We make a run for it, leaking blood, and cut the chains to get inside. And guess what we find there? That's right, nothing. Realizing we must have missed a key item somewhere along the way, we pull out the map and go on another scavenge round, while 2 trenchcoat titans stomp after us like angry lads. We search for a good while, but nothing turns up. We even backtracked all the way to the parking garage out of sheer desperation, but find nothing that helps us move forward. Eventually, in a dusty corner of the east office, we finally find something of use. Oh, how did I miss this? The valve grants us access to the hallway leading to the STARS office, where we find the bejeweled box and the manual. Unfortunately, we can't retrieve it yet because we're missing the USB device required for access. So we exit the room and use the diamond key to open the linen room at the end of the hallway, and finally get the club key. With the club key in hand, we sprint back to the cursed hallway and use the key to unlock the door there, only to be immediately thrown out by a zombie. Clearly, this guy must be guarding something good, right? So we force our way inside, but all we find is a single heavy grenade. Not quite the jackpot we were hoping for. The other club key room doesn't hold anything essential either, though it does give us a solid scare on the way back. Is he gonna break through the...
Jesus Christ!
In a panic, we dash through the hole that Mr. X had just created, and it's there where we accidentally find a red book in a small room next to the east office. We go back to the art room and combine it with the statue's arm and place it properly, which rewards us with the red jewel needed to unlock the bejeweled box. And inside the box, we find the USB badge needed to obtain the manual. So we sprint back like kids on Christmas morning and pick up our ray gun. And guess what else is there? The large gear, baby. So now all we're missing is the jack handle. And of course, it's not anywhere convenient. After getting beaten to a pulp by Mr. X and losing our will to live for a few minutes, we finally find it on the rooftop in a cart. Of course. We lug it back and use it to move the bookshelves, Except, Mr. X doesn't believe in quiet time and insists on chasing us around the building while we play furniture Tetris. Eventually, with the bookshelves moved in place, we reach the top of the clock tower. But is the power panel even there? We immediately throw in the gears, ring the bell, not that bell, and catch the box containing the second power panel. With both power panels in hand, we strut back to the parking garage and solve the stupid puzzle to restore power, and open up the cell that holds our keycard. And we then prepare to make our grand escape. Naturally, Mr. X and his twin come to say goodbye by punching us in the face, but after some lucky dodging, we finally get out of the underground prison and give Mr. X a ticket straight to the back rooms. With Mr. X gone, we use the keycard to open the parking gate and leave the station for good. While walking outside and finally enjoying the fresh air we've been missing for what feels like forever, Ada reveals that the virus was created by the Umbrella Corporation in a massive underground laboratory, accessible through the sewers. So that's where we headed next. The moment we step inside, we get attacked by a crocodile on steroids. The increased appetite from the steroids, however, makes him chomp on everything in sight, including a gas tank, which we use to take him out. I promise, no animals were hurt during the process. Alright, maybe he's dead. Seconds later, Ada nearly gets shot by a net, but like a top secret service agent, we throw ourselves in front of her.
Get down, Mr. President!
With Theon unconscious, we now take control of Ada, and using her secret weapon, we disable the fan to clear the path ahead of us.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no.
The zombies in the vent aren't too difficult to handle, though one manages to grab us at the very end, which was super annoying. The rest is pretty straightforward, with the only real nuisance being, as always, the zombie dogs. We restore power and take the lift to the upper floor, where we again ambushed by the Mr. X family. As they chase us, we have to disable another fan, which was honestly pretty easy. All it takes is charging up the fan while walking around the table. In the next room, we spot an ID wristband sitting inside an oven. Definitely not a trap.
Gotcha, bitch!
With Ada's device, we managed to override the door and narrowly escape death. Alright Ada, Annette's pretty cunning, so be careful from now on. Oh, here we go again. We get sent to the garbage room, where we honestly belong after falling for such a cheap trap. When with no way out, all that's left is to wait for our knight in shining armor to come and rescue us.
Where's Leon when I need him?
After we regain control of Leon, we descend deeper into the sewer system, the place I hate the most. In the sewers, our paranoia reaches new heights. Not from Pennywise, but from the ever-present G-mutants lurking around every corner. We carefully navigate the waterways, letting some zombies conveniently fall into the water. Lots of Ivy zombies are present here as well, but they're more like garden pests than a real threat. We hop down a sewage slide into the lower waterway and sneak past another G-mutant to reach the control room. There, we unlock a cabinet and store some manual ammo. We then crawl to the monitor room, and looking out the window, we spot Ada in the trash. It makes us sad. If she really needed food, she could have just told us, and we would have helped her out. Nah, just kidding. We're actually annoyed with her. She's clearly awake, but too lazy to even try getting up. Our new task is to find 3 chess piece plugs and plug them into a panel in the exact right order to open the door where our trash queen is napping. We spot the rook plug upstairs, but taking it now traps us completely, so we leave it where it is for now. Next up on our scavenger hunt, the T-bar valve handle. This tool opens up several gates to crucial areas, so obtaining it is essential. To no one's surprise, it is not in its usual spot, so we turn around and crack open the nearby safe instead, to get the shotgun stuck. We then head downstairs and jump into more poopy water, where we take a left and, lo and behold, the valve handle. We do get vomited on for our troubles, but honestly, after a day wading through waste, it's basically a facial. With our trusty handle in hand, we begin unlocking doors across the sewers to access new areas. First, we return to the lower waterway and take the lift up to the workroom. This puts us back in the upper sewers, and thanks to the shortcut we just unlocked, we can now safely retrieve the rook plug without trapping ourselves. But the moment we grab it, all the zombies come towards us, and we have to take them out as if it's a timed minigame. There are 2 other doors we'd like to unlock here, but for that we need the sewer key, which we didn't find in its normal location. So with nowhere else to go, we head into the worst part of the map. The bottom waterway. The place is crawling with G-mutants, and it goes just as you'd expect. We immediately get grabbed by a G-mutant because, of course, bullets don't seem to do anything to them. We manage to take one down and then make a run for it, hoping we don't get caught by another one mid-step. We are inches away from getting snatched by yet another one of those pesky monsters, but somehow, we actually make it to the end.
Oh!
In the supply storage room, a licker and a zombie dog are having a little meet and greet. We interrupt them permanently and proceed to collect the queen and king plugs, which of course are part of yet another little door puzzle. Since we haven't played this game in a while, we do make a few wrong guesses, but eventually we solve the puzzle, collect a flamethrower, and walk away with both plugs in hand. On our way back, we get a farewell party of extra monsters who clearly didn't RSVP, but somehow we managed to escape without dying this time, and return to the monitor room. Now, about that sewer key. It opens the workers' break room, which connects to an elevator that leads back to the police station, so it could be beneficial to obtain it. The catch is, we missed the sewer key while sprinting for our lives through the bottom waterway, and now, if we want it, we'll have to go back there. Should we risk it and go back down?
No.
Who in his right mind would want to go back there anyways? Back in the monitor room, we slot the plugs into their also specific positions and finally open the door that leads to the garbage room, where our next boss fight awaits. In the power room, we restore power, which unlocks the garbage room, but just as we're about to make our exit, William appears and smashes the door, trapping us inside. After dodging him for a while, which was kinda hard for some reason, he finally shows up in person, and we make a break for it, avoiding zombie dogs as best as we can and dropping onto the platform where the real fight begins. There we spot a licker who happens to be stuck under a shipping container. We take advantage of his predicament and finish him off quickly. Then we hit the red button to move the container out of the way and begin the boss fight in earnest. The goal is to stun William and slam the shipping container into him. It takes a few attempts, but we eventually succeed, shipping him to the Shadow Realm. With the power restored, we open the garbage room and reunite with Ada. We pull the metal splitter from her leg, but after she scolds us for taking too long, we put it right back. We borrow Ada's ID wristband and head back to the cable car and finally leave the sewers behind, en route to the final area of the game, Umbrella's hidden underground laboratory. Upon arriving at the laboratory, Ada tasks us with retrieving a G-virus sample. To access the deeper sections of the facility, however, we need to upgrade our ID wristbands. Right now, we've only got a level 1 chip, basically good for snacks in the cafeteria and a peek at reception. So off we go to get a level 2 chip. From the entrance, we take the door to the right and enter a dark hallway where we spot a licker. We kindly introduce it to the concept of bullets and open the cafeteria door, and what do you know? Zombies come pouring out like it's a buffet night. Fortunately, they all moonwalk away from us, so we sneak in, hop into the air shaft and spawn a zombie dog with absolutely no idea where it is.
How did I get here?
We drop into the kitchen and get greeted by an armed zombie and a plant monster with trust issues. We take them out and enter the adjacent room where we find the corpse of an Umbrella employee carrying the level 2 chip we need. We also find the regulator for the flamethrower in a nearby locker. Sweet. Now equipped with higher clearance, we return to reception, which was a breeze since all the zombies are still trying to seduce a wall. Now with the level 2 chip, we unlock the main shaft, the central hub that connects the east and west areas of the laboratory. Our sample is located in the west area, which we still can't access because we're not cool enough yet. So time to go east. In the presentation room, we immediately spot our level 3 chip. It is held by a dead scientist killed by the piranha plant from Super Mario. He must have jumped too soon, what a noob. To obtain the chip, we must create a herbicide and kill the killer vines in the greenhouse so it drops the body and the chip to the ground. So off we go into the next door, where a horde of Ivy zombies awaits us. Like not even the control room is safe anymore, and we have to stun that Ivy zombie to grab the dispersal cartridge. We also input the codes needed to unlock the underground hatch and the drug testing station, which, thank goodness, they didn't change the codes. Otherwise we would have had to run around the greenhouse, which, spoiler, is overrun by those plants. We barely survived that place by crawling into the hatch and descending the ladder as fast as we can. As we open the door there, our souls immediately evacuate the premises as Mr. X, out of nowhere, delivers a sucker punch so hard it registers in another save file. After he gets bored, we sprint past him into a lounge filled with 2 lickers, an Ivy zombie, and enough zombies to start a conga line. I don't know how, but we do escape this hellhole and run upstairs where we find the signal modulator. Afterwards, we get back to the main shaft and use the signal modulator to fix the cafeteria's power. Wait, hold on. We have to set it up first. Great. This rewards us with the final hitbox in the game. With that done, we head to the drug testing lab to make the plant murder juice, which involves, like always, solving a stupid puzzle. It's one of those, should take 30 seconds but takes me 10 minutes and an existential crisis kind of puzzle. We now have to freeze the solution to make it effective, but to open the door to the freezer room, we need to restore power in the lounge room. Yep, that room, which got a tyrant, 2 lickers, an ivy zombie, and more zombies than brains between them. And let's just say, things do not go well. Mr. X is camping the entrance like a PvP tryhard. Sometimes we make it through, other times we get yeeted straight out of that room. And the rest of the room is a traffic jam of death. We die, and die some more. In fact, we die so much, the game probably considers it a feature at this point. It seemed impossible to make it out of this room alive, but we had one run where we turned on the power and almost made it out alive, thanks to the tyrant's help. We fought for our lives, but right at the end, the liquor decided to come back and ruin everything. Eventually, we find a workaround. Instead of going downstairs and dying, we return to the greenhouse and take the other route via the ladder. With Mr. X stuck on the other side, we only need to deal with one ivy zombie, easily dispatched without alerting the others. We sneak through and restore power with minimal resistance, except for one zombie which grabs us, but we tank the hit to avoid making noise. And with the RNG gods watching over us for once, we finally managed to sneak into the freezer room without dying. A close call nearly ruins everything, but a clutch grenade saves the day.
I'm dying. Help.
Just to be safe, we take the other zombie out as well. We freeze the solution, make the herbicide, and tiptoe out of there. And with the RNG gods still watching over us, we sneak around Mr. X one more time and escape without alerting anyone again. On the way to the control room, we neutralize more of those walking plants and release the herbicide, and the corpse with the level 3 chip drops like a piñata. Then a mob of ivy zombies shows up to congratulate us, and we respond with fire. Lots of fire. Just as we pick up the chip, Mr. X returns again and we sprint out of there faster than Leon's career trajectory. Back in the main shaft, we finally open up the west area. Inside, we fix the power again, like seriously, Leon should have become an electrician at this point. Then we move on to the bioreactor room, where the final showdown with William awaits, and a nasty surprise. The room will be full of zombies during the fight. Let's go. We enter the testing lab, grab the G-Virus sample, and watch William do his superhero landing on the way back.
Superhero landing! Yeah, that's really hard on your knees.
Hey everyone.
Annette also shows up just to screw us over, and the final boss fight begins. As soon as the cutscene ends, G-Mutants pop in out of nowhere, and zombies start spawning as well. We'll clear the ads with the shotgun and then target William's bossy eyeballs again. There's plenty of ammo in the room, which we grab whenever it is safe to do so. The fight ramps up fast, and every so often, new zombies crash the party uninvited. So we politely ask them to leave by introducing their face to our shotgun. Works every time. As time passes, William's eyes start glowing redder and redder, and for a brief, foolish moment, I actually thought I could beat him first try. I actually did. The G-Mutants were totally avoidable, and with the upgraded shotgun, the regular zombies were basically walking clay pigeons. So yeah, shockingly, the fight was actually kind of easy. But don't worry, they definitely made up for it with the final boss fight. But we'll get to that trauma later. With William defeated, we grab all the leftover goodies and head back to Ada, who immediately pulls a gun at us. Fair play, considering we stabbed her not too long ago. But before things escalate, the place begins to implode and Ada dramatically falls to her death.
No!
But we all know she's fine. She'll be back later to toss us our rocket launcher. We hop on the elevator and speed down while the facility starts its self-destruction sequence. Instead of running for his life, Leon goes back to flirting.
Easy, white chocolate. I wouldn't want you to melt.
Nothing too crazy down here, just the usual explosions and a few extra monsters trying to ruin our day. Mr. X catches us, but Leon's plot armor holds strong, and he's consumed by flames. Except, he's not. Seconds later he returns, angrier than ever for the final boss battle. As always, he brings friends, a couple zombies and another ivy zombie. We try to fight him, but there's just too many zombies in such a little space, and it doesn't take too long before Mr. X catches us and ends our life. We throw 2 heavy grenades to clear the room, giving us time to focus on Mr. X. There's barely any room to fight him, so naturally we get smacked around, but after a few painful retries, we get into the rim. Sidestep, shoot, pray, repeat. We unload entire magazines into his conveniently exposed heart. After a minute of fighting him, however, we do notice something concerning. Typically, during this fight, large chunks of debris fall onto the platform, which we can use as cover to avoid his devastating finisher move. This time, however, the debris doesn't appear to be falling at all. As a result, we're forced to rely on flash grenades to interrupt his attack, and we have to use them quickly. Still, we manage to survive and keep dumping lead into his weak spot. 1 minute passes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Ada, where are you? It's time for the rocket launcher. Gosh dang it. After Mr. X lands his 15th Hulk smash on our face, we pause and consult the Oracle, aka Google, and make a horrifying discovery. In this mod, Ada actually did die earlier. She's not coming. No rocket launcher, no cinematic bailout, just us, our underwhelming ammo stash, and an invincible monster who skipped leg day, but definitely not chest day. It was discouraging, yes, but after coming so far, we didn't want to give up that easily. After trying for hours, we finally gave in and activated cheats just to see if it was even possible to defeat him under these conditions. And with infinite ammo enabled, we were able to kill him, though it took about 40 manium shots to the chest. So yeah, it's possible if you came prepared with a mountain of bullets and maybe a few backup knives. But us, we're practically soft-locked at this point. No ammo, no Ada, no hope. Starting over wasn't on the menu, so we gracefully rage quit and walked into the sunset of disappointment. For those curious, if you do kill Mr. X without Ada's rocket launcher, congratulations. You get the honor of being greeted at the bottom by the other Mr. X, plus a crowd of zombies, all of whom are determined to make sure your victory is short-lived. You'd have to stun them with a flash grenade and slip past, but I guarantee you, you won't have a single flash grenade left after the previous fight. So yeah, that was it. It was sad that we couldn't finish the challenge, but I hope you enjoyed the video anyways. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe and leave a comment. Suggestions are very welcome. It's a new channel, so I have a lot to learn and every help is appreciated. See you guys in the next video. Bye bye.